I don't know what happened. Technical difficulties. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, guys, thank you for rejoining. I don't know what just happened. Again, I'm learning this with you. So I ask that you please be patient. I'm going to try to re-get Laurence on with all. It is loading. So hopefully that is a good sign. And now we are just waiting. Hello,
Hey,
Lawrence.
hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I don't know what happened. Some technical difficulties, you know? It
I
happens.
mean, this is the life that we lead right now. Like you end up in a place where everyone's online at the same time now, so problems happen. Like we're dealing with this with all the online stuff that we have to do with DePaul, like
Yeah.
making it so it's not synchronous because you don't know if anyone can be online at the same time or if things are going to collapse or whatever. So
Oh, gosh.
no problem. I'm here. I got nothing to do.
All right. I love it. Okay. So tell me, what are you drinking right now?
Okay, so I'm not really a huge drinker, even though if you look behind me, you can see the wine rack and the wine glasses kind of built into my kitchen.
Yes.
But in New Orleans, they have this drink that I really, really like. It's simple. It's a rum punch. Now, the bad part is that I didn't have any grenadine in the house, but I did have the basics. The basics
Okay.
are rum. I got
Beautiful.
this nice bottle of Belizean rum. Shout
Okay.
out to all my homies from Belize.
Yum.
Shout out to Jason Goff, his sister Shayna, um, my friend Stephanie Foster. And then you add the pineapple juice to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would add grenadine, but I don't have grenadine. So
Do
I'm
you
just
have
having,
strawberries?
I have nothing. I got
Nothing.
nothing. I don't really drink. So like this stuff is not, I mean, I was lucky to be able to find some rum and pineapple juice, to tell you the truth.
All right. Well, Lawrence, cheers. Thank you very much for joining on. Everyone, cheers
Salud.
for watching. Salud.
But I did just for you. I broke out the fancy glass,
I love it.
so like it's got the H
Ooh. For
in the
home.
glass.
There we go.
So that's what's up.
I appreciate it. Okay, so I really want to pick your brain right now. Obviously,
Okay.
the sports world is we're all kind of in a sad place, obviously, because we're just kind of stuck on pause. I feel like,
Yeah.
um, and I know you were looking forward to White Sox baseball just as much as I was this season. And when baseball returns, whenever that may be, how do you see it impacting the teams that were expected to do well this season?
I I would be lying to you if I told you I had any idea on this. Like this is so unprecedented. Like the thing about spring training is that it's all based on pitchers getting their arms ready for the regular season, like stretching out their arms for the regular season. So I don't know. I mean, if you're a team like Boston with all the uncertainty, and then you see that Chris Sale needs to have Tommy
Yeah.
John surgery,
Hmm.
and I mean that makes a lot of sense. Like I don't. There's no one that I think could tell you the answer to that question. I think anyone who would attempt to would be lying to you. I just don't. I just don't know. It sucks. I will tell you that in a week where it's been really kind of depressing, and I know that I've been fighting back, like dealing with my own anxiety about a lot of this stuff.
Right.
It was nice to see that the Korean baseball league is now playing again. Like that's really encouraging, and I'm hopeful that whether it's MLB or ESPN, that somebody can get a contract put together so that Americans can
Yes.
watch some baseball from anywhere. That would be good right now, to say the least.
I think it would give us all a sense of joy and something to really look forward to.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Do you think though that like, because the one thing that I try to find the silver lining to every bad situation, that's just something that's been a part of who I am. Um, there's been talks for years, I feel like now, about them shortening the MLB season because it's like, does it really need to be as long as it needs to be? And I just think, like, do you think that the MLB will, obviously we don't know what's going to happen because we don't know even when the start date is, but if things go well this season in terms of guys staying healthier longer, they're not getting injured, do you think they would consider shortening it then?
It's a good question. I'm someone who loves baseball more than anything. Like, even though I spent my career covering football, like, I love baseball. And I think that a shortened season would be a great thing. It's not like this was always the way that baseball went. Like, there were times when the season was shorter. So I'd be okay if they, honestly, Jenna, to tell you the truth, if they knocked it to 100 games, I'd be fine.
I even think viewership would go up and attendance.
Yeah, I mean, and there are a lot of places that get great attendance no matter what. Like the Dodgers get 4 million, the Yankees get 4 million, Boston sells out all the time. The Cubs obviously have
Right.
great attendance as well. I just think that it's such a long process to get to the part that matters, and then you get to October and pretty much everything is thrown out the window because the small sample size that you end up having. It's a really weird thing. Like, I'd be okay with it, but there are going to be a lot of baseball purists that'll just say, look, you
Yeah.
can't mess with the records, and that would mess with the records, and it's how we
Right.
view baseball. It's the prism with which we view baseball through, which is 162 games and all that stuff.
Which White Sox player are you excited to see play this season when we finally get to watch a game?
Well, honestly, it's one of the guys that's already here, Moncada. I want to see if Moncada can do even better than what he did last year. I mean, he was probably the best player in the game in the month of September, and September numbers can be a little tricky because you have guys getting called up, and it's not always a great sample, but he was so much better last year than the year before. He cut down his strikeouts. He increased his power numbers, his batting average. He got a vote for MVP. So I'm super looking forward to seeing what he does next, because I really think that he has a chance to be this team's biggest star.
Yeah. Okay, so to everyone who's watching right now, let me know, whether it be a White Sox player, Cubs player, or whoever it is, who are you most looking forward to seeing this MLB season? I would love to know. We got a Tim Anderson, and then someone wrote Tim A. But when you finally get to go back to Comiskey, what is going to be the first thing you eat there?
Ooh, wonderful question. Ordinarily, I would say that the answer would just be just a dog, just a regular dog off the grill.
Mm-hmm.
But over the last couple of years, I've become pretty partial to the street tacos.
Yes.
So that's something that's big on my list. I'm big into the churros too. So I mean, I'm sure it's going to be some sort of combination of all three. I imagine I'll just have the big case, like walking around the concourse with all of that stuff.
I know my first meal when I go back. It's this is where I know it is. It is right field at the pole. It was the Xfinity Lounge. I don't know if it's still going to be the Xfinity Lounge, but it's the corned beef sandwich. It's like this thick. It is the best sandwich I have ever had.
See, that's what's so great about going to see Sox games is the food is unbelievable. Like, I have friends that come in from out of town, and they talk about like how incredible the food is. It's a really good experience. And now finally you get to match up the experience of going to a game on the South Side with the team actually being good. Like, that to me is really, really exciting.
You get a really good meal and an even better show, which we haven't had for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to settle in to a lot of this stuff, like just understanding that I'm not going to get any sports for a while, and settling into kind of my geek stuff, like catching up on things that I haven't watched in forever. Like, I realize that I'm 2 seasons behind on Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Time to catch up.
It's time to catch up with Olivia Benson, man. Like, I've spent some time doing that today, and I keep recommending to people Teen Titans Go. The Teen Titans Go to the movies. It's a hilarious movie, and just because it's a cartoon doesn't mean it's not for adults. So
I mean, I've already watched Frozen and Frozen 2 two times.
Good.
So I'm not, I love cartoons. Okay, so Lawrence, I want to get into rapid fire questions, so it has to be the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Let me take another sip first. Okay.
Take another sip. Everyone take another sip, okay? Everyone take another drink. I'll do that too. Okay. People would be really surprised to know what about you?
Oh, shit. Um, People would probably be really surprised that I used to write poetry when I was younger and go to poetry slams when I was at DePaul.
No joke.
Yeah.
Do you still write poetry?
I don't, you know what? I've kind of stopped writing altogether, but when when I was in college, like they used to have like poetry slams on Sunday nights,
Mm-hmm.
and I would go do some of my work there.
Okay. Someone said Knives Out. I watched Knives Out. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's awesome.
It's really good. I watched it 2 weekends ago, and I really, really liked it.
Loved the cast. Okay. What is your favorite thing that you've done as a sports reporter so far?
Cover the Super Bowl with the Bears in it. I mean, that whole week was pretty incredible. It was 9 days in Miami. The radio station was there. We had so much fun. I made so many friends and contacts. It was just dope. And then I was the last person out of the convention center because I was doing like the Scores pregame show.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was the last person out. I was like the last media member to get to the game. And I walked into the game as Devin Hester was returning the kickoff. It's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy. What famous person would you want to bring back from the dead?
Prince.
Prince. Just so he can put on a show for you?
I've already seen two. I saw it connects to the last thing I said. I saw every year at the Super Bowl, the halftime performer does a press conference, and usually that's the Friday before the Super Bowl back in the day. So when we saw on the board, they had a little board of what was happening,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, Prince is gonna do a press conference? That's not. He's not gonna answer our dumbass questions. And I went there. There's like 150, 200 media members in the room. Prince is on stage. Someone in the back starts to, he goes, I'll do my terrible Prince impersonation. Contrary to popular belief, I will answer your questions. Guy starts asking him a question. Prince turns around, starts playing. He and the band play for 15 minutes. He gets on the microphone and says, see y'all at the Super Bowl, and walks right off.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So I got to see Prince on Friday, and I got to see Prince do the halftime show at the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so he'd be the person I want to bring back.
Okay, if you were given $5 to put in a jukebox at a bar, what's the first song you play? And I feel like if it's not a Prince song, this is just really bad.
No, I mean, it probably is a Prince song. Baby, I'm a Star by Prince is one of my favorite songs ever. Because it has a line that I find very, very near and dear as a talk show host. It's so yeah, $5. So I get 5 songs?
Yeah, you get 5 songs.
So Prince, Baby, I'm a Star is one of them. Roy Ayers, Sunshine is another one. Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana is another. Whew. Wow, this is a really, really good question.
I can't believe I have you speechless right now. I'm really shocked.
My Umi by Mos Def would be on the list.
Okay.
And I got one song left, right?
One song left.
I got $5 and I got $1 left. I'll go Flashing Lights, Kanye West. That's my last one.
All right.
I miss the old Kanye.
Oh, don't we all? Don't we all, man? Yeah. Okay, I can't leave the grocery store without what?
Don't
take toilet paper. Don't take toilet paper.
No, I actually took care of that. I seem to not be able to leave without buying, because I'm a big sweets guy. So I don't seem to be able to leave without something sweet. It's just, and I'll come back, like I have a whole, like this right here, it's all filled with sweets. Like I got
cookies,
everything
donuts, ice creams, like everything.
I mean, Hostess, cookies, jelly candy, chocolate, like whatever you want, it's in there. It's really in here. So that's what ends up happening. I leave the grocery store and I have to have something sweet.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is my roommate works for Ferrara Candy Company, and I'm going to have her send you candy because she is like the candy drug dealer. We have so much candy in our house. It's insane.
So wait, they make what? Lemon heads,
lemon heads.
Alexander the Grape.
That, it's like it's all the old school candies.
Don't they make Chuckles? Because I love Chuckles. I got Chuckles in there.
I don't know if I'm not sure if she's watching this right now. But I'll find out if they make Chuckles. I don't know off the top of my head, but we have sweets upon sweets in this house. It's like, it's a bit overwhelming at times.
Well, I appreciate the hookup because that's what's up.
Anytime. Your favorite restaurant in the city? What is that?
Wait, say that again.
What's your favorite restaurant in the city?
Woo! Oh man, is Pancho Pistola?
Yes.
Yeah, over on 31st Street. Yeah, that's like my favorite. Like that's the place where if I get a chance to go there, I'm going there.
So, are you getting a margarita or are you getting sangria?
It depends. If it's summertime and I can be outside, I'll probably do sangria.
Mm-hmm.
But any other time, I would probably get a margarita there and the queso fundido. Woo!
So good.
That's what's up right there.
That is what's up. Okay, what is the most useless major in college?
You're gonna get me in trouble.
You can plead the fifth if need be.
I honestly think that every major is useless.
Elaborate.
Depending on what it is that you want to do, most of the majors, like declaring a major, to me seems silly. And I get that you have to have an interest of study, but maybe that's what they should call it instead of a major. I have a degree in history. I mean, I guess I'm qualified to go teach history, but I ended up taking that and moving into broadcasting. And a lot of people that I know, they don't necessarily work in the field that they study. And I feel like students should study stuff that they're interested in versus stuff that they think is going to prepare them, unless it's an actual like trade. Now, if you're learning a trade, great. But no matter whether your degree is in English or in history or maybe in the sciences, like it's more valuable than in the humanities. But to me, it's, you know, even though I teach a class, I sometimes I think that I give students a more practical experience. I think that's what they need. I think they need a little less theory and a little more practical. And to me, it's just kind of like, you major in something, you major in it. If you major in it because you dig it, don't major in it because you think that it's going to be, because no one cares. No one looks at your resume at the professional level and is like, oh, you majored in philosophy. Oh, like they don't care. Did you graduate? Even that's not that important. In the field that I'm in, some of the best broadcasters that I know didn't graduate from college or didn't get a degree in broadcast journalism or in media, like none of that stuff. I just finished grad school last year, and the whole reason that I went to do it so that I would have my bona fides to teach instead of like if I'm done with the industry or if the industry is done with me, I want to be in a position to teach. But I also really love journalism, so I went and studied journalism. But I know that just having my master's degree didn't get me a raise at the score. Like none of that stuff. It's just something that I wanted. And I wish that people would use that, would think about that when it comes to college. Like I think that you get more out of the experience learning about yourself, learning about other people than you necessarily do in the classroom.
Amen. Okay, what is the kindest thing a stranger has done for you?
A stranger has done for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. White Sox win the World Series. I covered the White Sox winning the World Series. It was crazy. It's one of the craziest moments of my career. I was on the air after the White Sox won.
Okay.
From the time that they won until our morning show started at 6 in the morning. So about 10:30 at night until 6 in the morning. That's a really long on-air shift.
That's
And
long.
it flew by. It 100% flew by. And then my boss was like, you need to go to the airport to welcome him back. So he's like, go home, go take a nap, and then go to Midway and go meet the team. That was nuts. Then they have the parade. The parade was amazing. Like,
yes, it was.
I get choked up talking about the parade because I thought what the White Sox did, and I'm glad the Cubs did something similar, was pretty dope. That the parade route was the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just a party downtown. Like, they took you, from Bridgeport to Bronzeville. Like, it was, I loved it. Anyway, I was in the parade. Like, I was in it because the media had a float with players. Like, we were on one of the trolleys.
Yeah.
So someone took a picture of the parade route, and I was talking on air. I explained that when I was where I was in the parade, and this person said, I may have a picture of you in the parade.
No.
And it turned out that they did. And I mean, you can't see that it's me, but I know it's me.
Right, yeah.
And they had it blown up, and I have it in my office.
That is amazing.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I can go get it for you if you can wait.
Yeah, go get it.
All right, hang on. I'll be right back.
Okay, Laurence is going to get the picture. I'm really excited to see this. Mallory, Bernie Mac high-fived you during the World Series. That's amazing. What? Okay, so anyone who's watching, since we're on the topic of the 2005 World Series White Sox, what was your White Sox memory? Me and my sister Jillian ran over to our family's bar, Shinnick's. I was 12, 13, and Jill was 12 or 11. I can't remember right now. But we went and partied with adults, and we shut the door. We didn't lock the door. We didn't have keys. My little brother and little sister were sleeping in bed, and we partied with the adults all night long. It was fantastic. It was amazing. And I'm craving that again.
I'm back.
Okay. You are back. Okay. Oh my God.
So this is like down LaSalle Street.
Okay.
And then I'm on this one right here.
That's insane.
It's so crazy.
That's insane. Oh my God. Guys, if you have pictures out there of people, give it to them, because it could be blown up in your house.
Yeah. So that was a photographer named Karen, and she sent that to me, and I was like, man, this is a prized possession. I went out and had it framed immediately.
Oh my God.
And it goes with me wherever I've moved to.
I love it. Okay, what is something that many people take too seriously but shouldn't?
Grammar on Twitter.
Yes. Coffee or tea?
I'm tea. Chamomile tea, a couple slices of lemon, and a teaspoon of honey.
Beautiful.
It's like my favorite. Like, I'm usually walking into the store drinking chamomile tea.
Okay. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
It has to be read.
That's what I
Because
figured, but I still wanted to ask. So.
yeah, because if I couldn't, well, I mean, technically I could probably still work if I couldn't speak. I would just become a better writer. Like my dad's a writer, so
Okay.
I think I got some of his skills. But yeah, I'd want to be able to speak.
Okay. What's the most embarrassing moment you've experienced with your wife?
Uh, I think it was actually at at our ceremony, at our reception, where I was kind of talking because I'm
The talker?
yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, I can talk too. Like when she got the microphone, she's like, and I was like, yeah, I should probably just shut up. So that was pretty embarrassing.
Oh God. Okay. Who should my next guest be?
Whew. I mean, who do you want to talk to?
Anyone and everyone, and whoever wants to share a drink with me.
There's so many dope people that you can talk to. Like the list is so infinite.
How about this? Based off of you knowing me, who do you think I would share a really good conversation with? Oh, Laurence, you paused. We are
Wait,
loading.
you just paused on me.
You paused too. You were in like deep thought. I should have screenshotted it.
Um, have you had Cam Smith on here?
I have not, but I love Cam. I love Cam.
Yeah.
And I think
Do
he's
you know?
watching.
Do you know that Cam like played ball with LeBron when he was in high school?
I think I do know that. Yes. Cam and I met from the guy who used to train me when I played volleyball in high school and in college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I remember I met Cam a few years ago, and Cam, if you're watching, come on.
Yeah, Cam's good people. He's got a great story, and he's an inspirational soul.
Yes, he is. Okay. Post quarantine, who will be the first person you will go see?
I'll go see my parents. Like it's already weird that I haven't. They're older. I don't want to carry if.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I get it. Yeah.
I don't want to put them in danger, so it'll be them. I've been FaceTiming with my mom a lot, so that's been fun. Like hearing her talk about all the things that her and my dad are doing while they're in the house. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that easily it's them.
Okay. All right. Lastly, if you can just raise your glass, everyone raise your glass who is watching. I'm going to leave you guys all with a toast. It's a little long, so stay with me here, okay? If you carry one thing throughout your entire life, let it be hope. Let it be hope that better things are always ahead. Let it be hope that you can get through even the toughest of times. Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. Let it be hope that you are exactly where you need to be and where you are meant to be right now, and that you are on the path. Because during that time, hope will be the very thing that carries you through. Cheers.
Salud.
Salud, guys. Laurence, thank you so very much for coming on. I greatly appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was awesome. I had such a fun time and such a fun conversation. And to all of you guys watching, commenting along, I appreciate it as well. Remember, please take a picture of what you're drinking and where you're drinking from. I want everyone to see that we're drinking from all over the world, if that's even possible to do. I don't know, but let's just have a giant time at the bar together.
I like that. And let me just throw a plug out there while I can.
Of course.
Since you're already on Instagram.
Yes.
Go follow at Jayilla, Jayilla. He's one of the dopest DJs in the city. He's a huge White Sox fan.
Love it.
He's been mixing live on Instagram all day.
Ooh, Jayilla, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to tag him afterwards so everyone can go see him and have your own dance party in your house, guys.
Yes, I put it on the bows and everything. I had it cracking in the kitchen.
I love it. All right. Well, Laurence, thank you again. Guys, thank you again for tuning in. I will see you guys all tomorrow at 8 p.m. and I will tell you who your guest is tomorrow. Okay. All right. Laurence, thanks
Bye.
again. All right. Bye, guys.